Ball is teed up. Chase McLaughlin to do the honors.
And
here we go on Monday Night Primetime. Here's a return from the 7. Good work so far. He's got room. He showed some nice bursts on that run back, didn't he? Getting them all the way out to their own 40. So the Lions take the field for their first drive.
40-yard line.
Leading them out, got his first MVP votes after a career-best season last year. Now reached a decade in this league. It's Jared Goff.
The legend of this guy just grows year by year in the Motor City. The best individual season of his career, leading these Lions to a franchise record 15 wins. Now they just got to get to the ultimate goal, the Super Bowl.
First get on the ground to Jahmyr Gibbs. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Levante David, like so many times in his career, making that tackle.
A 6-yard pickup.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
They send St. Brown in motion left. 2nd and 4. That one falls incomplete, but our attention's still behind the line. He got cleaned after that throw and drew the instant flag. So the offense still moving forward as roughing the passer overrules that incomplete pass. Roughing the passer on that last play, and that's always going to lead to an automatic first down. Off the play fake, here's Goff. To the right and hauled in by Laporta. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. Give him an even 10 yards on the play.
10 yards.
And that gives the Lions the first.
Another Detroit
That wasn't going
Lions
anywhere else on that play.
down.
It's one of the ones called specifically for the tight end. Because they know he's able to get a good release off that play action. And then he gets himself in space to do some damage.
Running it with David Montgomery. Not the way to begin a new set of downs, Brock, as they drop him behind the line.
We take a break from his regularly scheduled programming and pass coverage duties to see him adding a little contribution in the run support. And his teammates get to see the body language. A little nod, a little grin. They'll welcome the reinforcements every time.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. From the gun, Goff. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass.
Jamison Williams.
First time this game they've looked to him. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
Zion McCollum.
That's a throw at this level. With so much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. Got to be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
Here's a count again to Gibbs. Wow, not a chance at all as he is met at the line on this one. That's going to be 4th and very long.
Antoine Winfield on
Don't
the
laugh at
tackle.
me, Kate.
No gain
I
on the
almost
play.
wish there was an actual
It's
white flag
4th
on either
down.
sideline we could see waving in this spot, because that was an easy mop-up for the defense to force 4th and long.
On 4th down, the Lions going to try to put 3 on the board here with Jake Bates. This from 48 on the left hash. And this one had a great chance, but not a good kick in the end. He misses it.
0-0.
And we continue to await our opening score of this ball game.
Well, there's certainly never, ever a guarantee from that distance, but that's one you'd expect to be in your kicker's range. You hate to have a drive come away with nothing, but that's exactly what happened.
Good starting field position for the Buccaneers. 1st and 10. Mayfield comes out throwing. Short pass brought in. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line.
Complete to Payne.
It's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in first down.
2nd and 3.
It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. Again for the first time to Rashawn White. And he's going to go down right along the midfield
Rashad
strike.
White, the ball carrier.
Pick up a 5
He
on
was
that
taken
play.
down at the
And that's
50-yard
good enough for a
line.
Tampa first
A gain
down.
of 5.
Well, looky
And the
here. You don't even have to
Buccaneer
worry
first
now
down.
about a third down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you could recycle it. Save it for later for that next third down coming.
First down. Here's Baker. That's to his back. Here's Rashad White. And he's brought
Mayfield's
down right in the neighborhood of that
complete
40-yard
to
line.
Rashad White.
They get an even
It's a
10
gain of
on that
10.
play. And that's
First
good for a
down,
Buccaneer
Tampa
first
Bay.
down.
Move the chains. Got to move them chains. Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Throwing out to the left, Cup.
Mayfield's
Not a lot available to him,
complete
it's to the
Sterling
38.
Shepard.
DJ Reed brings him
A gain
down
of a
that time.
yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the Lions' 38-yard line.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Baker now from the gun. He dropped this down, White.
Mayfield's
And he's got a decent
complete
gain
to
before being
Rashad
brought
White.
down.
5
I call
yards
this
on the
quarterback's
play.
best friend.
And it's
Some call it a
third
safety valve,
down.
some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
And the Lions into a nickel set for 3rd down. Once more, it's Mayfield. That one's good to Godwin. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red
Complete
zone
to
at
Chris
the 19. They
A
get
gain of
13 on the
13
pickup.
yards.
And that's good enough for a
First
Tampa
down,
first down.
Buccaneers.
And that right there is about the best you could hope for against double coverage. Good chunky yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and 2 guys can't stop one.
They run the counter with White. And his progress is solid.
Rashad
A nice
White,
5-yard
the ball
gain before it
carrier.
was.
Taken down.
That's
at
a
the
run that you'll
14-yard
take the
line.
result in the NFL every
It's a
time. A
pickup of
nice play, a
6.
solid game,
Brings
but
up
it's also
2nd
a run
and
that you
4.
know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
First down run gets him 6, so now it is 2nd and 4. From the gun, Mayfield. And he hauls it in for the Tampa
To
touchdown.
Mike Evans.
The Buccaneers have a great
Tampa Bay.
first drive and get the game's first points. Mike Evans with the touchdown. And that opening series, you use this word a lot with me, Brock, methodical. No massive highlights, just effective play calling, steady progress until they cross that goal line.
Yep, and to fans and fantasy football owners, might not have been a highlight, but to the coaches, the entire drive was the highlight. A great start. I mean, great start to the game where their offense stayed consistent, operated the plan just how it was drawn up, and they found the end zone as a result.
On his Chase McLaughlin for the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Buccaneers will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Lions nothing.
McLaughlin has it on the team, and he's ready to send this flying. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Detroit getting its offense set for their second drive. They left a few on the table there last time out, Brock, settling for a field goal try that missed the mark. All right, Lions just about ready. 1st and 10. Putting one of the tight ends in motion right.
Cade's training
brings
camp.
up second
Because that's a
and
middle
10
drill right there. That is
at the
textbook. What you
29-yard
do in training
line.
camp, coming to life when it matters.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Goff off the play action. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
The Buccaneers bringing out a dime. Look, 3rd down coming. Shotgun snap here to go. Completed over the middle. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the first.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
I guess he didn't really quite know his own strength there. That kick cleared the end zone entirely. It's going to be a touchback.
20-yard line.
So the Buccaneer offense getting out there for their 2nd drive. And they take the field exactly where they want it to be, Brock. Up a touchdown early, and with the home crowd a little quieter than normal.
I'm not going to lie to you, Kate. I think most quarterbacks, competitors love playing on the road when they do just this. Just quiet them, right? Turn them against their own team. They were quiet after that opening touchdown. You score another one, you're going to start to murmur, and we might even hear a few boo birds.
Drive starts with a carry by White. He hits him for a gain of 6. He's up to the 26.
That is just a great drive starter. What every offense wants. Gives you a little bit of energy, a little juice, and now a really manageable 2nd down.
7 yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3. Shotgun snap for Mayfield. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
Defensive coaches in the NFL say it all the time. Limit the big play. Keep these guys in front of you. Well, this defense is going to have to stay vigilant because this receiver, he can take the lid off a defense at any time.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Mayfield now from the gun. That's caught for the first. Rolling into enemy territory. And they're going to have it all the way down to the 25.
Complete to Chris Godwin. A gain of 46 yards on the play. And a Buccaneer 1st down.
I can guarantee you that's going to be in Tell the Truth Monday right there in the film room, front and center, showing you the importance of tackling in the open field. An opportunity to cut him down sooner, but the broken tackle allowed him to add those extra yards to the catch.
First down throw here, Mayfield. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete.
You hear defensive coaches on every practice field we're on preach not giving up the big play, especially at the NFL level. They'll need to stay vigilant because they're definitely going to use that receiver to take the lid off this defense again.
They'll try something else from the 27 this time, 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Baker. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete.
Intended for Mike
Trying to find Mike Evans with that throw. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or he just had a surprise break in concentration. It's so unusual at this level to see a drop pass unless there's a hit involved.
Third down, here's Mayfield. Got his man, it's Otten. And they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal here from the 7.
Cade Otten. 1st and goal, Tampa Bay.
No doubt they'll take a repeat of how this game began, Brock, and that play has them on their way towards it.
Scripting for success. They'll keep pressing the advantage, too, until some resistance has got to finally appear.
White on first and goal. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. Second and goal coming up.
Give some credit to the defense on that one. We don't see him get fooled into making the wrong read very often in the RPO. That's why the RPO, in fact, is part of their game to begin with. He normally makes the right call. He didn't do it there.
Finds him over the middle. And he's tackled with markers down. This one should be on the defense. Well, you know this better than most, Brock. Screens normally leave some rushers to come free, but still, it's not often you get roughing the passer on one.
No, it isn't, but I think of Tom Brady. To me, not only the greatest QB sneaker in the game, but he was one of the great screen masters, too. He understood how to sell a screen, draw those defenders to him. QB did right there. Sometimes they'll even tee off and get the penalty. This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Backed up to the 8 here. It's second and goal. Here's Baker. And he hauls it in for the Tampa touchdown. The Buccaneers take a 13-0 lead. Mike Evans with the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. A quick second score for him, Brock, already. And we aren't even out of this opening quarter yet.
I think I just saw that D coordinator rip up his game plan down on the sidelines. Because you got to find some new resources here. You got to dedicate more bodies, more physicality to this playmaker. Because we know in this league, when you get a guy going like this, they're going to go to him until you stop him.
McLaughlin attack on the extra point. Extra point, not too confident, but it had enough to go. And the Buccaneers drive out to an early 14-0 lead. McLaughlin has it on the team, and he's ready to send this flying. Starting from the 5. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The Lions offense returning to the field. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
The Detroit offense to the line. Here's first and 10. Drive begins with Gibbs. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
Job one of so many D tackles in this league is eat up space. Don't get moved off your spot. But the difference makers, they just not only eat the space, they eat those runners too.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's second and 10. Another one for Gibbs. Takes out a one-stop. And a decent run gets about 4. And it's going to be third down.
Every offense in this league is looking for a back who can be an athlete and a bruiser at the same time. They feel lucky if you got one. Someone who can, well, eat up space when the lanes are open and deliver a little punishment to stretch plays when that tackler tries to meet him in the hole.
Off now on third down. This throw's going to wind up incomplete. The intended target is running back, and the result's fourth down coming up.
In real estate, Kate, it's location, location, location. In football, it's rhythm, rhythm, rhythm. And you don't get third down conversions, you get no rhythm.
Jack
It'll be another punt.
Fox in
Jack
punt
Fox
formation
out there
for
once
the
again.
Lions.
And he wants to hit his second effort just as well as he hit his first. Ooh, baby, there's way too much behind that kick, and he knew it. That's all the way over the end zone for a touchback. Time for us to get another look at this Tampa Bay offense. They have played lights out on offense, scored their first 2 times out, Bronk. A chance to go 3 for 3 and grow that lead here. Bucks to the line. First and 10. Back on the ground. Here's White. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
The tackle by Jack
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is second and 10. Here's Mayfield. That's Evans making the catch outright. And this one's brought to an end well downfield from that line of scrimmage.
Complete to number 13, Mike
good play
Evans.
callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
From the 44-yard line now, first and 10. To throw, Mayfield. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's short of the first after a mile gain.
Complete to
that is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable. It creates space to take that shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they've got second and 4. Baker now off the play fake. Complete out to the right side. And this one only manages the yard before coming to an end out of bounds. It's going to be third down.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
On third and 2, here's Mayfield. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up fourth down.
Mayfield's pass.
Numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to third and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was third and manageable and an incomplete.
Bucks getting set up to punt now on fourth down. On comes Riley Dixon. And he's got a good chance to really stick him deep his first time out. And that's going to pin them as deep as it can go. They're going to be set up inside their own 5-yard line. The Lions getting ready to return to the field. And they couldn't be backed up much further, Brock. A safety, really the only concern as they take possession here inside their 5-yard line. All right, going empty as they come to the line. It's first and 10. Out of the shotgun, gone. That's caught. Here comes Jahmyr Gibbs. And they bring him down up at the 12-yard line.
Complete to Jahmyr Gibbs.
Translatable skills.
It's a gain of 8.
So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. From the gun, gone. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete.
Intended for David Montgomery.
You see this all the time at every level of football. You've got to catch it first.
And 2.
Just like when a receiver receives a handoff, you've got to secure the ball, then let your athleticism take off.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Goss tosses that quickly out wide. They'll get this up to the 18-yard line. That one ends up a gain of 6. And that'll be first down, Detroit.
For a Lions.
Now the completion rate is strong, partner. The yards, you got to imagine, will start to come soon enough.
You never go broke taking a profit, and you know this one too, Kate. The crumbs always lead to...
Oh, the cookie. Now I'm hungry. Here's Goff on first and 10. Underneath, it's Gibbs. And it'll be brought down along the 25-yard line.
Jameer Gibbs.
These intermediate games, that's the wheelhouse for these two to connect on. Start the series off well.
At the 25-yard
sure keeps the
line.
defense on its toes in case they try to load up and just simply cover the receivers.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Off the play fake, here's Goff. Catch made left side by Laporta. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. That goes as a 4-yard pickup, and it gets him a first down.
That's good.
There are times a quarterback's got to be blacksmiths. When you're in the pocket, there's just a certain timing and precision. If you get outside that pocket, you got to be an artist. You got to be creative, and this guy is.
Off play action, gone. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete.
Intended
Looking for Sam Laporta with that one. And it sets up 2nd down.
Jacob Parrish.
You know, there's not a lot of tight ends who are true weapons this far down the field. Not a lot of cover guys who can match up with them in terms of size. They tried to get it to him in a spot where he could win it, but no connection to be made.
This is Gibbs on 2nd down. Excellent play defensively as they get to him behind the line. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
And the Buccaneers clogging up the throwing lanes. We got 6 DBs out there. 3rd down. Off to the air now. Lofts it deep right side. Tries to lob that one up, and it's intercepted. It's going to Warfield Jr.
That's interference. Defense.
So the interception's going to be remembered by the fans here, partner, but not by the official score. The interference call takes that away. The penalty erases an exciting turnover, makes it 1st and 10. Motioning Williams left. They go play action with Goff. This one to Williams out left side. And he's going to be a yard shy of the first as they force him out after the gain of 9.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd and that playbook wide open.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Goff off the play action. Gets it towards the end zone, but it's incomplete. Tough to blame him for that drop, Brock. Even if it would have been a touchdown, that was a great effort defensively, timing that hit, keeping them from hitting the end zone.
Reaction and burst. You get in the red zone defensively, you'll hear it all the time. You cannot wait. You've got to react, and then you got to burst. And that defender does a tremendous job of breaking that pass up with contact.
Loaded and ready for that sneak. They stuck him in the line. No gain.
And the Lions first down. 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
That's going to do it for our first quarter here on Monday Night Primetime. Our score, 14-0. We're back to Ford Field right after this. We're all set to bring you the second quarter. Lions well within striking distance. On 1st down, it's Gibbs. So call it a half dozen on that run block. It's 2nd down.
He was brought down.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3.
Kill.
Again, it's Gibbs. And he will get this to the end zone for a Detroit touchdown. The Lions pick it pursuing drive. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
Now it's Jake Bates for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Lions chop the lead in half. It's down to 7.
14. Lions 7.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Johnson now on the return. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought
down.
The
Bucs take over first and 10.
The Buccaneer offense back out for another series. They didn't add to their lead last time out, so they punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. They've got first down from the 31. White trying this straight ahead. And he's stopped. Now we'll wait to hear what this flag is all about.
Holding offense.
Well, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. Double the distance to go after that holding call. It's now first and 20. From the gun, Mayfield. Out left and Otten makes the grab.
Mayfield's pass.
And he's going to be out of bounds just before reaching the 30.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on the throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Offense to the line for second down. Shotgun snap for Mayfield. Got his target. It's Otten. It's an excellent look on this play. Takes him a while to get to him downfield.
It's a gain of 23 yards. First down, Buccaneers.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
First and 10, ball set up at the 48. Baker now from the gun. It's this one to White. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
First down, ball at the 36. They bring their tight end left. Baker throwing again. He's got a man left. Not a lot of space, maybe to the 33. Alex Anzalone there on the stop.
A gain of 4.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight ends short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Second and 6 coming up here. Throwing again, it's Mayfield. He's got it in the red zone. And there's the stop after he drives this down to the 13. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And that's good for a Buccaneer first down.
Tampa Bay.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Up the middle, here goes White. Did well on that play, but might have had some early help. We've got a flag down.
Holding offense.
A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. Double the distance to go after that holding call. It's now 1st and 20. They'll run here following the penalty. He scampers ahead for about 4. It's 2nd down now.
The Buccaneer ball carrier.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain. Not a game-changing play by any means. One that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Mayfield now from the gun. This is brought in along the sideline. High degree of difficulty for a short gain.
Complete to
If there was one throw in the game plan that kept me up in that more than any other, it was an out route versus zone coverage. Because you got to throw with anticipation, but you also got to make sure those defenders' eyes aren't reading you like a book.
So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. They'll motion him out of the backfield. 3rd down. Here's Mayfield. And they will score. It's a Tampa touchdown. The Buccaneers take a 13-point lead. Mike Evans with the touchdown. His 3rd through the air this game. And that is his 3rd touchdown catch. Certainly enough to call this a very good game for him. And we're still in the opening half, so what else might he accomplish before we're done here? McLaughlin attack on the extra point.
Point after.
Extra point set right down the middle. And the Buccaneers double their lead to 14.
21. Lions 7.
McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. Fielded at the 7. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line.
The Lions take over
first and 10. And Jameer Gibbs back out on offense.
24-yard line.
They got the job done there last time out. Still trailing by a lot, though, so they're going to need a repeat of that touchdown here. All right, Lions just about ready. 1st and 10. Play action here with Goff. Has the connection to right. And he'll work this one up to the 28. That play made by Jacob Parrish.
4 yards on the pickup.
Just stay on schedule. Just stay on schedule, right? SOS. Bad thing on a ship. Good thing on a football field. Even a little completion keeps this offense on schedule.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 28. Here's Isaac Tislaw, complete. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
37-yard line.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. Coming right is Gibbs. And they catch him, but not until he's picked up 8 yards. It's 2nd down.
On the tackle.
So much to like about that run, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
1st down carry, got him 9 yards. Here comes 2nd and 1. Here's Gong. Taken in by Williams outright. Into the red zone. He will go. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions make it a one-score game in the first half. Well, great work there, Brock. They weathered the storm, and now they've gotten themselves right back into this ball game.
Anybody who's played this game has been here before. The game doesn't start the way you want. You're in a big hole, and all you can do is climb out of it. In the words of Pete Carroll resonate, it's not how you start, it's how you finish.
Bates now for the point after. And that one is no good. Didn't even come very close to sneaking that one in, so leave that score as is. So following that missed point after, he's going to stay out there and send it away. Johnson with a return here. And this drive will start inside the 25. Following the kick return, we've got somebody shaken up. So we're going to get a stoppage here as he's attended to. Offense showing trips outright as they get set for this 1st and 10. Baker now off the play fake. It's a big strike downfield to Aguka. And this one breaks beautifully as they're going to get it forward to their own 45.
A gain of 22 yards.
They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
Buccaneers.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
1st and 10, it's a give to White. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
The ball carrier.
Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1.
A gain of 9.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Last run got him 9, so now they need one more here on 2nd down. Play fake, it's Mayfield. Buys time. Oh, he was on the move, and so is the defense, and they take him down. And this defense is going to try to hang on to that momentum, Brock, as they go for another stop on 3rd down.
Finally a rare win for them against this passing game, and a much-needed one to hopefully restore a little morale on that sidelines. 3 first-half touchdowns. They've been lit up like the 4th of July and really needed something that could be a foothold toward a little momentum before we get to halftime.
3rd and short, Mayfield. And he didn't get enough into that throw. That's low and incomplete, so they can be facing 4th down coming up.
I've talked to you over the years of the transition to the NFL where the windows to throw are small. On 3rd down, smaller. Put dime defense on the field, and those windows become almost non-existent.
Riley Dixon on the punt. And this is the 2nd time he's been brought on to kick it. This one carries out of bounds. Not the greatest field position awaiting them. It's spotted at the 11.
11-yard line.
The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. They really had the passing game clicking on that last touchdown drive, partner. We'll see if they stick with that or if they mix things up a bit on this series. The Detroit offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing is gone. Throw complete to Williams. Tackle made around the 26. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
That's good for a Lions. First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
They have themselves another first and 10. Now gone. Finds his man. It's Amon-Ra St. Brown. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Yeah, these in cuts maybe aren't the hardest throws from a degree of difficulty, Kate, but it does take some courage as a quarterback to throw into congested spaces, but it can pay big dividends.
Fall forward, and I think you've got this first down, Brock. It's 2nd and inches. A pitch out to Montgomery. And he'll get taken down after advancing most of the 37. 2 yards on the pickup. And that gives the Lions the first.
Down.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you want to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No third down required now.
They motion the tight end over. Gibbs now from the gun. They call that one a gain of, say, 2 yards at 2nd down.
He was brought
that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on,
it's
largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Out of the shotgun, gone. That one falls to the turf, couldn't hang on, it's incomplete.
Intended for Sam
I think everybody on the offense was already
incomplete.
thinking about the next play to run as they watch that short little throw to the tight end.
Yards to
I
go.
really don't expect to see many of those gimmies dropped.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. From the gun, gone. Big strike here to Williams. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
Another Detroit Lions first down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Double coverage, deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two, well, like we just saw right there, just got it done regardless.
And they take him down, but there's a flag on the play.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Nearly a big play by the safety, and I guess you could still say it was, but it benefits the offense as he gets called for roughing the passer. Roughing the passer on that last play, and that's always going to lead to an automatic first down. Working inside the red zone. Completed over the middle. And the defense waiting for him at the line, and he goes down.
1 yard
we give a lot of credit to receivers, and rightfully so, Kate, for them going into coverage and making a catch. I don't think we give enough credit to tight ends. I know they're big, I know they're physical, but to go into double coverage, take that contact, and come away with the catch, that's a big-time effort.
On play action, Goff. That's incomplete for the moment. We do have a flag down, but it might not be good news for their offense. That's usually where we see holding calls. You got a major fistful of jersey on that play, and it's going to end up costing them.
Still 2nd down.
They'll take 2nd down behind the sticks now after that holding call. Again, Goff. That's Laporta again. And this one only manages the yard before coming to an end out of bounds. It's going to be 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
This defense didn't give up contain there, Kate. That was an instance where the more exciting plays were taken away downfield. And even looking to the tight end wasn't going to net them much.
This offense looking to convert as they come up on third down. Throwing again. Here's Goff. Too much on that, and it sails through the end zone. Incomplete.
The end zone.
Everybody wants to play quarterback until a play like that. Almost no resistance off the ball, and the defense ready to maul you. It was all he could do to get rid of it before he gets just clocked.
Jake Bates out for the Lions field goal try. From 37 yards in the right hash. And that one is not where he needed it to be. It is off and no good. And they continue to trail by 8.
You would think the kickers should be automatic from anything inside of 40 yards. But I guess that could serve as a little gentle reminder you can never take any kick for granted. So many things have to go right each time for it to be up and good.
Tampa Bay bringing the offense to the line. It's 1st and 10. They take the hands off. Now it's Mayfield. That one's complete right side. And he's forced out of bounds after picking up about 7.
Complete to Payne.
I can promise you that's one of those play-action plays they've run over the week during practice. That both quarterback and tight end went to bed last night thinking, man, I hope this one's called. And when it is, hope you have just a little space to operate. That play action works beautifully, and the tight end, the beneficiary.
Running on second with White. Juke the defender. And they'll stop him here, but not before he gets out to the 47-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
A gain of 13
that right there,
yards.
that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down. He got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Putting the tight end in motion. First down, here's Baker. Now here he goes. His slide puts a bow on his play after a gain of about 6.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play. And denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the gun, a run for White. And he'll be met near the line to limit the game to a yard. Tackled by Jack Campbell.
It'll be this week's job watching the film to find all these plays. The ones that amount to really very little statistically and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
Mayfield from the gun, 3rd down. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And he's stopped as he gets this one down to the 27-yard line. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that's good enough for a Tampa first down.
A gain of 19 yards. First down, Tampa Bay.
That brings us to the 2-minute warning in the Motor City. And it's the Buccaneers. With it, 1st and 10. Quickly into the hands of Evans. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line.
Complete to number 13.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
24-yard line.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Mayfield now off the play action. Outside, this is Ibuka. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Drive has gone 8 plays now as they face 3rd and 3. From the gun, Mayfield. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Okay, Bucca, the intended target. And that brings up 4th and short.
Fourth down.
Well, that took some force right there. That took some serious defensive effort to force the incompletion. You're not going to see a lot of guys ever let go of a football when they got a first down right in their midst. But that force, that contact separated man from ball.
The kick by McLaughlin is good. And it's now a 2-possession game as the lead grows to 11.
Buccaneers 24.
That's a type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team is out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
Chase
McLaughlin has it on the team, and he's ready to send this flying. Return coming from the 6. This makes it up to the 25.
The Lions take over first and 10.
This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. And down a couple of scores, Brock. They probably try to get this into field goal range to trim that lead before halftime. Now Ryan Lyons just about ready. 1st and 10. A tight end in motion now. Off the gut they go with Gibbs. And he's going to get this one at the 36-yard line. The Lions calling timeout. They're first.
A gain of 10 yards.
They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
For a Lions.
Simply put, Kate, that is a drive starter extraordinaire.
At the 36-yard line.
First down, ball at the 36. Shotgun snap here to go. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Buccaneers bring it all the way back inside the red zone. They're slightly hauled down.
They'll take over.
It's just a big-time individual effort defensively. First, he takes the ball away, and then he's looking for points, right? He turns from defense to offense, and one more move, and he might have broken it to the house.
The Buccaneers and Rachaad White ready to take over once again. And that interception has set them up beautifully inside the red zone. First call here coming from the shotgun. Here's Baker to throw. Dumped off to his running back. And this one doesn't go far.
Mayfield's pass.
Timeout taken by the Buccaneers. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Brings up second
As an
and
offense,
7.
you don't call a screen, kid, expecting to gain
line.
just a few yards. You call it, expecting to break off something big and substantial. But it's up to that defense to stay ahead of it, to keep it contained to something much smaller. Case in point right there.
Second down now, 7 to go. Now it's a bootleg for him. Complete out to the right side. This play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. Tampa spends its second timeout now.
And it's third
And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. And the Lions thinking pass here. Dime package, third down coming up. Some early movement on the left side there, but was he the first to go, or was he provoked? So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump, and, well, they got one of them to move that time.
Still third down.
Needing 9 now on this third down, thanks to that false start penalty. Baker now from the gun. Finds him over the middle. He makes the catch, but is hit before he can get that first down. They say he's maybe a yard short. Detroit calls timeout. It's second.
But it brings up
and they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. On fourth down, the Buccaneers trying to put 3 on the board with Chase McLaughlin. It's just a 26-yarder down the middle. The kick by McLaughlin is good. And that extends their lead to 14.
Buccaneers 27.
We hear it every single
13.
week, Kate, when we talk to these special teams coaches, frankly, the whole team and head coaches, how important just that momentum is coming into break and heading out of break. Well, that was job well done. Mission accomplished to score before the end of half.
McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Bronx. So they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. The Lions getting one more series here before halftime. They'll have to be quick about anything they want to do here. We're just moments away from halftime. "19 seconds remain in our opening half. Let's see what they do with it. To the air on first down. Here's Goff. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be out of bounds after about a yard there. Second down coming up.
Out of bounds at the 36-yard
I don't know why
line.
every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason, where one of the veteran QBs said, "Hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league."
And that one's going to fall incomplete. No luck there. Just 11 seconds remaining. Intended target there was Sam Laporta. So now it's going to be third and long.
9 yards to go.
That drop ruins the payoff to a well-designed play. It got a man open. It beat the coverage. That's a call they can revisit in the future with hopefully a much better job finishing the catch.
Goff on third. And that's incomplete. With 7 seconds left. Time for one, maybe 2 more snaps.
That one really stings, Kate, because you want to convert there and not want to keep this drive going for points, but because now you're giving your opponent a chance to go pad that lead before halftime. That's a no-no.
Jack Fox in
on
punt
the punt
formation for the Lions.
And he'll try to hit this one well. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And this one never had a shot. It's well over the goal line and the end zone entirely. That'll be a touchback. Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on first down. Drops to a knee, and that pesky final second runs off. So we're to the end of our first half. So entering the locker rooms, got ourselves a 2-score game. It's time to hear from Scott Hansen. He's got our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
As always, big thanks to our guy Scott Hansen and everyone down in Orlando. We're back looking at a 2-score game here, Brock, as our third quarter gets underway. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Johnson now on the return. And this drive will start inside the 25.
The Bucs take over first and
the Buccaneers and receiver Mike Evans headed back out. And they take the field in good but not great shape, Brock. They've got that lead, but no doubt they'd love to see it grow.
Yeah, just having the lead does take some pressure off. It doesn't change the sense of urgency. It's always on tilt in the NFL, but it should allow them to operate a little more freely.
Bucs to the line. First and 10. They're going to start that out with a give to Irving. It was the rookie from Ohio State there to bring him down.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
First down run, nabs him 5. Now second and 5. Once again, Irving. And he's not going to get the first. He made it real close, though. Didn't he, Brock? It's a gain of 5. Third down coming up.
He's taken
that
down
run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
All right, looks like they're going to try to power this across. Goal line formation on 3rd and inches. Mayfield keeps it himself. And they're going to down by contact as they've got enough for a new set of downs.
Kate, is there a simpler play in football that's come to life more than the QB sneak? We see all different varieties now, but it has become so darn effective. And when you got a tough QB that wants to put it on his shoulders, you sign up for it.
Throwing out to the left. Come! And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down.
A gain of 21
Just
yards.
Excellent effort on that
First
catch.
down,
And a lightning quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
First and 10. Here's Mayfield. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete.
Intended for Sterling Shepard.
Looking for his wide receiver there. And now it's second down.
Second and 10.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. On second and 10. Mayfield again. And that one's going to hit the turf.
Incomplete.
He was looking for Chris Godwin on that play. And that's going to leave him with a tough third and long.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Baker throwing again. That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there. Looking for Chris Godwin that time. So that brings up 4th and long.
4th down.
With how hard it is to get an open look downfield, can't let the coverage off the hook with the drop.
Riley
Saw open space, started running before he was able to watch the ball into his hands.
And that's out. We're just waiting for the spot. They're going to say clear the sideline over top the 14.
At their own 14-yard line.
The Detroit offense getting ready for its next drive. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. The Detroit offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. They go play action with Goff. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And he's going to have the touchdown. See if he can keep this, though. Brock, we've got some laundry on the field.
Pass interference. Defense.
Oh, that one stings. Take the 6 off the board, partner. That was an interference-aided interception.
And he could be as upset as he wants that that play won't count for him or his team, but deep inside he knows that pick 6 probably doesn't happen without the interference on the play.
Automatic first down.
Straight ahead with Gibbs. And he gets this one out to the 40-yard line. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And that'll be first down,
and
Detroit.
The Lions, first down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Having been in enough locker rooms at halftime, Kate, I know what the messaging was in there. Start the game out by sending a message. Doesn't matter you're trailing, run right at them and go make a point.
Goff tosses that quickly out wide. This one is stopped after about a 5-yard pickup. The tackle made it to 45.
Brings up second and
As quarterback,
5.
when you have an out route versus man coverage,
line.
you're just hoping and just praying your offensive guy could turn the hips of that defender. And once you see that, you got to cut it loose and let it go, just as they did right there.
Hand off to Gibbs from the gun. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it.
Gibbs, the ball
Yaya
carrier.
Diaby brings him down.
Yaya Diaby on the stop. A gain of a yard on the play. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. From the gun, Goff. That one complete to St. Brown. Racing down the left side. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions start the second half with some needed points. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the touchdown. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period. End of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
Bates
the kicker
now for the point
for
after.
the extra point.
Right down the middle. It's good. And the Lions cut the lead in half. It's down to 7.
Lions 20.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. On the return, here comes Sean Tucker. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. Gets at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard
The Buccaneers
line.
and receiver Mike Evans headed back out. They've certainly had no issues scoring, but their opponents have been right there with them, so they could really use some more points on this drive. Tampa Bay bringing the offense to the line. It's 1st and 10. Drive starts with a carry by White. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
White, the ball carrier.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play. But it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now second down becomes critical
at the
because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. From the 28. Short pass brought in. And he's brought down, but there's some laundry on the field.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So maybe the last person you'd expect to get tagged, but that's roughing the passer on one of the cornerbacks. Roughing the passer on that last play, and that's always going to lead to an automatic first down. And he won't get beyond the line of scrimmage. Good work by the defense. Second down coming up.
I can promise you, that's not what it looked like on the practice field nor on the whiteboard. Typically, QB run is going to net you a whole lot more yardage than that. But let's give some credit. Strong effort by that defensive front who contained a play that typically goes for a whole lot more.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Intended for Chris Godwin.
Looking for Chris Godwin that time. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
See the pass, time up your hit, and jar that ball loose. Not a lot of players are hanging on through a well-placed hit like that one.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Mayfield now from the gun. Got a man, this is Evans. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25.
Complete to Mike Evans.
The big play, and that's him 17
it's a gain
yards.
Of 17 yards.
And that's good for a Buccaneer first down.
First down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
It's White on the give. Escapes a defender. He's going to take this down to the 11-yard line.
Taken down at the 11-yard line.
Play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
A gain of 15. First down, Tampa Bay.
He easily had the yardage for a first, but he was hungry for a lot more. I think that tackle prevented something that was going to be a lot bigger than just a first down pickup.
Mayfield on 1st and 10. Looking touchdown, but can't connect.
Intended for Mike Evans.
Thought he had a touchdown there. And now they face 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
A close game is going to stay close, Brock, so long as plays like that are being made in big situations.
Yeah, in these tight games, you got to have your defense making plays just like that in the red zone. Here we got a defender in particular coming through with a big hit to keep points off the board.
Getting out to his left. He'll get this inside the 10 to the 9.
Just not much to do there, whether he wanted to run it or throw it. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, that's still a win for this defense.
Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. Tight end going in motion here. 3rd down. Here's Mayfield. And he hauls it in for the Tampa touchdown. The Buccaneers take a 13-point lead. Now in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
McLaughlin attack on the extra point.
The point after.
The point after splits the uprights. And the Buccaneers double their lead to 14.
Lions 20.
McLaughlin has it on the team, and he's ready to send this flying. Fields this one at the 3. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Lions and wide receiver Amon-Ra St. Brown getting set for their next drive. And the touchdowns got to keep coming for them as they still trail here. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. They start on the ground with from this defense.
Taken down
Stay
back at the 20-yard
schedule.
line.
SOS. We talk about it all the time. Offensively, you've got to stay on schedule, and a run like that puts you now so far behind the sticks. Going to take some superhuman effort now on second down.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Again, it's Gibbs. And this is looking familiar, partner. He's dropped a loss again. It's going to be third down.
This coordinator tried to show some trust and belief in his offense. A run after a negative run? Well, you lose a lot of equity and belief in that coordinator. I don't think he's going to try a third run after back-to-back negative losses.
Let's see what they went with on third down. Out of the shotgun. Gone. He lofts it deep left. And that one's incomplete. For now, it brings up fourth. Let's see what this penalty flag is all about.
Foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
Third down stop. They were walking off the field, but that offense, Brock, that offense didn't move. They saw roughing the passer, and they are ready to continue this drive. Never a good time to rough the passer, Brock, but third down, that hurts even more. Gives them the first. Completed over the middle. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Complete to Isaac.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on the throw, that's a go-to route to target.
At the 37-yard line.
Halfway to the marker, it's second and 5. Here's a give to Gibbs. And he's tackled after a nice pickup, but we've got a flag down. This could wipe that play away.
Offense.
So now, partner, got to reevaluate what to do on this next snap because the holding call pushes him back quite a ways. So this is going to be second down and long following the holding flag. Running it after the penalty. And he's brought down, and a penalty flag out on the play as well.
Holding. Offense.
Well, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. They'll take second down behind the sticks now after that holding call. Looking to throw. Gone. Complete left side. It's to Slaw. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
Isaac to Slaw.
Well, that's a game that has its roots in preparation during the week. That's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday kind of stuff. Identifying ways to target the coverage and creating opportunities for big completions.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete, 4th down coming up.
Intended for Sam.
We see this all the time. The number one thing you see NFL defenses do to try to force that 4th down, gets down coverage. Put your cover guys on the field. Let the boys up front cut it loose with pressure, and let the cover guys go shut it down.
Jack
the Lions ready for the punt.
For the Lions.
And he's been getting all of it every time out. And this doesn't just reach the end zone. He kicked that one all the way through it for a touchback.
20-yard line.
The Buccaneers and Baker Mayfield ready for this next possession. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. Getting a pistol formation here first as they come to the line. Give to Irving to start this drive. And a nice chunk there, about 7. He's up to the 27.
Irving, the ball carrier.
Well, that run may not move the chains, Kate. That is such a confidence builder. Sets the tone for more play action, maybe more runs. That's exactly how you want to start a drive.
7 yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3. Out of the gun, White. Makes a man miss. Uh-oh, he's off. And he'll have this pass across that 40-yard line before they managed to stop it.
42-yard line.
The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
Defense was clearly focused on taking away the pass in that RPO scheme offensively. Feels so good when you get the job done and you get a chunk run on RPO. That's setting you up for some success.
First down, and they go right back to it. Nothing doing on the outside there. No gain on the run. That's going to bring up second down.
Not every corner in this league can make the play he just made right there. Sure, there's their coverage guys. Not really known for their tackling, but this guy, he's someone who isn't afraid to stick his nose in there and make a stop.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's second and 10. Here's Baker. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And things look tougher now with third and long.
No surprise to see the quarterback go back to that well. That security blanket that's been his tight end all game long. But finally, this defense has an answer.
They'll throw on third and long. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Okay, the game that they put together, it's surprising to see them really run into any hiccups when they appear. They move the ball very well throughout, just unsuccessful on that third down.
The Buccaneers outs it into punt formation. Riley Dixon, the one to kick it away. The offense headed out now for Detroit. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. All right, working from the gun to start. First and 10. Start to the quick throw left, complete. A nice chunk there, about 7. He's up to the 27.
That's really good instinct by the eyes up in the sky. The play caller seeing space on the perimeter, a well-timed screen, and a positive gain out of it.
After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. Shotgun snap here to go. Looking for his back, but he will not find it. That's incomplete. Brings up third down.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. On the draw, this is Gibbs.
Jameer Gibbs, the ball carrier.
That was a beautiful picture, Kate, of stop the run on the way to the quarterback. Third downs, I don't mind a draw call. You're thinking pass. You want those defensive ends to come upfield. But kudos to that whole defense to stop that run on the way to the quarterback.
Punting unit out now. And this is going to be his 4th effort tonight.
The Bucs take over first
and 10. And receiver Mike Evans headed back out. And he's been reading the coverage, dare I say, Brock, even better than his quarterback has all game. I mean, he just continues to find openings and make plays in this second half. First call here coming from the shotgun. They'll motion a tight end left. First play, they go quick out to the left and complete. And a nice chunk there, about 7. He's up to the 27.
8
Small
yards
pass,
on the pickup.
big result.
Brings up second
this dude
and
is just
2.
a juggernaut with the football. And once he gets rolling, it gets tougher and tougher and tougher to stop him from playing add-on with those yards.
After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. Up the middle, here goes White. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Some offenses, they prefer to go run in RPO situations. It's a safer call, a little more conservative. But in this case, it gets him just as many yards as a short completion would have.
Ball at the 33 for first down. Here's White again. And they'll take him down after he advances this up to about the 43. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
A gain of 11 on the play. And a Buccaneer
I think we've all become very accustomed, and I'll raise my hand and say these tight ends are almost like bona fide receivers, big receivers, but they show you right there, when they can be powerful blockers, it can make a huge difference in a run game.
Going to the ground again on first. And he gets a few on the punch forward.
The ball carrier.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it, and we'll move to the next.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. From the gun, Mayfield. And this one's dropped. What would have been a nice game.
Intended for Mike Evans.
Intended target there was Mike Evans. And that brings up 3rd down.
You know, I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or just had a surprise break in concentration. So unusual to see one dropped unless there's a hit involved.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Baker now from the gun. He just keeps finding Evans. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down.
First down, Tampa Bay.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
First and 10, it's a gift to White. Juke's one defender, and he's tackled downfield, but look back where that flag rests. Yeah, we got a flag in the backfield. I don't think this one's going to stand. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty, and now we're going to wait to see how they respond. Double the distance to go after that holding call. It's now 1st and 20. Here he goes on the bootleg. Pulled in by his back. White. Short pickup on the play to about the 40. Brian Branch getting there for the tackle.
A 5-yard
Kate, it is so hard on these defenses to try to keep an eye and monitor on these running backs when they leave the backfield, especially if he's waiting to chip a defender or delays in the start of his route. He's really an underrated part of their overall passing game.
Sending the tight end in motion left. Once more, it's Mayfield. Finds him over the middle. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down.
We saw his guys pick up the blitz. We felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
All right, they need 7 here on 3rd down on what is the 9th play of this drive. That one's good to Godwin. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
A gain of 19 yards. First down, Buccaneers.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine, because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
From the red zone now. Gets his running back. And this one does not go far. So just 1 quarter to go on Monday Night Primetime. The Buccaneers have that football partner, and more importantly, they've got a good lead. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Baker throwing again. This throw is caught.
Mayfield's
and not
pass
much doing. He
complete
stopped
to
quickly.
Chris Godwin. It's a gain of 2 yards, and it's third down.
They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. Throwing again. It's Mayfield. Trying to set up that screen, but it falls incomplete, and now they're facing 4th down. The intended target was his running back.
He was defended by Al-Quadin Muhammad.
It's a quarterback you love when that screen pass is called. At least I used to. And you want to attract that defense and all those guys coming after you.
Buccaneers
you also got to find a throwing lane.
A 26-yard attempt.
The kick by McLaughlin
His
is
kick
good.
is good.
And that makes this a 3-score
Makes
game.
the score Buccaneers
I think you can call this one now, Kate. This field goal makes it a 3-score game, and even the most improbable comeback attempts are going to have a hard time erasing that type of deficit here in the final quarter.
Chase
McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. This return starts at the 5. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
Take over first and
now
10.
the Lions offense gets ready to return to the field. And scoring hasn't been the issue for him, Brock, but it has been impossible to hold pace with the offense on the other side of this football field.
And we know they can't get this all back in one play, but they better do it with a sense of urgency.
All right, Lions just about ready. 1st and 10. From the gun, Goff. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well, he already has himself one interception in his game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse, kind of sprinkle into your passing game, because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when 1 pick becomes 2, 2 becomes 3, and on and on.
Dumps it off to his running back. And he gets back to the line, but no more.
No gain on the
play. He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
The Buccaneers add another DB. 3rd down coming up. Goff setting to throw. He puts some air under it deep down the left. Trying to float that one in, and defender's there for the interception. And the Buccaneers get it back as he intercepts it for the 2nd time this game.
Take over 1st and 10.
I'll hear a lot of defensive coordinators say you've got to earn the right to rush the passer by doing work on the early downs. You know what this is, Kate? They've earned the right to be aggressive defensively with the work they did through 3 quarters, and this defense is cutting it loose.
The Buccaneers and receiver Mike Evans headed back out. Even though they've got a 3-score lead, still a lot of time left, so they're going to try to grow it even further. They've got 1st down from the 31. One of the tight ends motioning left. That's him on a quick hitter. And he's tackled for a 4th gain.
Complete to
That's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
2nd down now, 7 to go. The give now to White. Nothing doing on second. They get to him behind the line. Now it's going to be third and longer.
DJ Reader brought him down.
I know from the position of the quarterback, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Here he is on third and long. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And that tackle stops him after a solid game.
You know, I like the completion. He never turned down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Tampa Bay in punt formation now. And he's going to try to give his defense a long field to defend. The Lions offense returning to the field. And this group feeling a little urgency to make the most of this one, Brock, after they threw that interception the last time out.
Yeah, we know there's no more predictive stat in the NFL than giving the ball away. Now, we walk that fine line as a quarterback. You can't play timid and scared to make a mistake, but you know you can't put the ball again in the other team's hands.
The Detroit offense to the line. Here's first and 10. Drive begins with Gibbs. This drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
This goal is pretty clear, Kate. Crash forward, and then crash inside. Set that edge, but if you can come inside and bury that runner before it gets started, all the better.
Went the wrong way on first down, Brock. Here comes second and 12. Now gone. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete.
Intended for
Jamison just couldn't see it through. So now it's going to be third and long.
Makes it third down.
That drop is such a bummer because it ruins the payoff of such a well-designed play, Kate. Got the man open, beat the coverage, but then you got to go finish it. You got to go make that catch. I will say, keep that one in mind. They could revisit that play in the future.
Downfield, and Tislau has it. He's going to get this up and across midfield, partner, to the 48.
A gain of 34 yards.
How about a big hitter, 34
That's
yards there, and a new set of downs.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
Here's Goff on first and 10. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete.
Intended for Jamison
hang on to the pass.
Incomplete.
So second down coming up.
It leads
to
the
goal on a lot of
10.
these short throws is to simply let the receiver create some yards after the catch, that yak. Well, I think he was thinking about the yak before he actually secured the catch.
To throw again here, second and 10, it's gone. And his pass is going to fall incomplete.
Cross pass. Intended for Isaac Tislau. Incomplete. Jacob Parrish on the coverage.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Again, Goff. Taking a big shot for the end zone. And that one's incomplete. For now, he brings up fourth. Let's see what this penalty flag is all about.
Foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
Third down stop. They were walking off the field, but that offense, Brock, that offense didn't move. They saw roughing the passer, and they are ready to continue this drive. Never a good time to rough the passer, Brock, but third down, that hurts even more. Gives him the first. Screen here for Gibbs. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Complete to Jameer Gibbs.
It may not look like much on the stat sheet, but this is kind of good on good. An offense gets a completion, not going backwards. And the defense, well, they rallied, they pursued, and kept that screen to a minimal gain.
Second and 6 coming up here. Throwing again. Here's Goff. Completed over the middle. And he's brought down after a short gain.
To number 87,
and for somebody who's been picked off like he has, Brock, you gotta admire his determination to keep attacking these coverages.
Yeah, that is risk. Right into double coverage yet again. But this guy's got what I call a high belief factor in himself.
He's gonna throw again. Goff. Pass is brought in by Laporta. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the first.
That's good for a Lions first down. 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. Well, a tight end that moves the chains on 3rd down, that's a QB's best friend.
Offense set for a 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. So it's 2nd down coming up. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know it's a physical game, all 100 yards into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested catches, and he couldn't.
Brings up a
looking for Dominic Lovett on that throw.
Yards to go.
That's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. Still 10 yards to get this first down as they come to the line. Goff on 3rd. Forced out to his right. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a 1st and goal.
14 yards.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. On his own number, carrying his teammates to a 1st down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
Out of the shotgun, Goff. And he will score. It's a D-turn touchdown. And the Lions get it back to within 2 possessions. They were throwing for it there, and they didn't care who knew about it, Brock. And it turns out, hey, nothing was going to stop them either.
Yeah, there's something about an empty formation. You are declaring to a defense, other than QB draw, this ball is going to be in the air. But at the same time, you also force the defense's hand. There's only so many coverages they can play, and they just exposed them.
Bates now for the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. The Lions cut the lead down to 10.
The score, Buccaneers 37, Lions 27.
That lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. Tucker now on the return. He's brought down just inside the 25.
Tucker on the return.
The Buccaneers and Baker Mayfield ready for this next possession.
At their own
and he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. Bucks to the line. 1st and 10. Baker now off to play fake. Brought in left side by Godwin. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31.
To Chris Godwin. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 31-yard line.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Shotgun handoff to Irving. And not much much space available there. Maybe 2. That brings up third down.
DJ Reader brought him down. A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's third down.
Run for White. And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. And that's good enough for a Tampa first down.
A gain of 12. And a Buccaneer first down.
Hey, even though that was an excellent run, I got to talk about the receivers here, Kate, because 9 times out of 10, you see a run like that in this league, 10+, you know those guys on the outside are doing their job, shining as blockers, keeping those defenders away from the back.
First down, they're going to White again. And the big gain followed by a little bit of a loss here. Defense getting the better of them on that run.
Brought down behind
Kate,
the
I knew
line
it at the time. I think everybody did. We knew the Legion of Boom was special. But that entire secondary, but their safety's ability, Earl and Cam, to come downhill, to make those tackles behind the line of scrimmage as he just did, yeah, I mean, you appreciate great safety play like that.
Here's 2nd and 11. For big yards on the right side. And he's going to take this down to the 31 before he gets taken down.
It's a gain of
25 yards. And that's good for a Buccaneer first down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
They've got first down from the 31. White driving straight ahead. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
He's tackled
One thing I
at
can
the
say
29-yard
positive about the
line.
execution of that
A
play
gain of a yard.
is at least he
Brings
didn't go
up
backwards.
2nd and 9.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Irvin here from the gun. And this will only complicate matters for 3rd down, partner. They're sent backwards.
He was taken down behind
These
the line of
stops, they
scrimmage.
don't always make the end-of-game highlight reels, but they absolutely should. The coaches and players know it. Offenses are always counting on yards on that type of run. And anytime it results in a loss, it could be a potential drive killer.
Looks like the Lions going with a dime set here. 3rd down. From the gun, Mayfield. That one falls to the turf. Hang on, it's incomplete. It was there, just couldn't corral it. And that brings up 4th and long.
4th down.
Hey, listen, drops happen in football, even from the best at every level. Nothing more to do but shake it off and move forward, because the next throw might be right back your way.
On 4th down, the Buccaneers trying to put 3 on the board with Chase McLaughlin.
A 48-yard
ball on the right
attempt.
hash, 48 yards out. And he missed it. It's no good. And their lead holds steady at 10.
Buccaneers
Really, Kate, that miss doesn't change a whole lot about the game management here. The only thing it does is provide a bit more momentum for the offense, running out in need of 2 quick scores.
The Lions getting ready to return to the field. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended, Brock, in a touchdown. Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. Straight ahead with Gibbs. And they'll take this ahead for 7. We get 2nd and 3 now.
He does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Nice run last play. Sets up 2nd and 2. Shotgun snap here to go. To the right and hauled in by Laporta. He's officially into enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49.
5-yard gain on the play.
A 5-yard gain on the play. And that gives the Lions the first.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
The drive picks up here. 1st and 10. play action. He shovels this one forward. Good defensive effort here. Drives them back across midfield onto their own side.
Brought down back at
there was never a play in any
line.
playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was first down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
Back to the line they go. It's second down. Throwing is gone. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Intended for
Amon-Ra St. Brown, the intended receiver. So they're left facing third and long.
It's now third
really
down
had to find a way to get that short completion because now you're staring at third and extra long, and that's a place no QB in this league wants to be.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Throwing again. It's gone. That's complete to St. Brown outright. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down.
Awareness. You've got to be aware. Play caller, quarterback, receiver have to be aware of where the sticks are. That route just not enough, not deep enough to extend the drive and move the chains.
Jake Bates out for the Lions field goal try. This from the right hash and a considerable distance. And it doesn't have the leg. They called on him from deep, but he just can't get it there. And the deficit remains 2 scores.
They needed a few things to go right to make a comeback. And the first one, well, you had to. That was not a want to. That was a have to with that field goal. Without it, tough to imagine overcoming a 2-score deficit, Kate.
The Buccaneers and receiver Mike Evans headed back out. And he has kept his pace up in the second half. His quarterback more than happy to keep throwing it his way, considering what he's been able to do with his looks all game. Good starting field position for the Buccaneers. 1st and 10. Drive starts with a carry by White. Open space inside the 40. And he'll finally be taken down at the 25.
White, the ball carrier.
That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26.
No frills,
a gain of 26 yards.
That was just a good old offensive line, dominated in the trenches. And that sprung him to get to the second level and beyond.
All right, all set up now. 1st and 10. They run the counter with White. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag. All right, this is a little bit odd. I think in most spots we'd expect to see them decline the call, take the lost yards and down.
All I can think of here is they've got some extreme confidence, maybe hubris in their defense to make a similar type of play, but just tack on even more negative yards lost.
And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down.
The Tampa ball carrier. He's tackled at the 34-yard line. Brings up 2nd down.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Baker now from the gun. Finds him over the middle.
Mayfield's pass.
He can't escape a quick tackle after the catch. Tackles at the 20.
A gain of 14.
The defense calls a timeout, so that's their first.
3rd down.
May still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. So now here's 3rd and 5. Motion man left is Egbuka. 3rd and short, Mayfield. Short throws drops. This one's incomplete.
True story, Kate. Let's practice one time. The head coach in the NFL said, I'm done with my fault. I'm done with my bad. No more of that tapping on your chest. That was an example of the quarterback delivering a perfect pass. And the receiver, do your job.
Chase McLaughlin.
A familiar sight in this contest, Brock. He's out there again for another field goal try. He's got to drive this 37 yards down the middle. And this one had a brief chance, but not a good kick in the end. He misses it. And their lead holds steady at 10.
Lions,
Any
27.
way you look at it, any script you were going to write for a comeback, it started with the field goal. They had to have that right there, and they don't. So you can rip up that script. Not sure there's enough time remaining to find a way to win.
The Detroit offense getting ready for its next drive. They could only set up a lengthy field goal attempt their last possession, Brock. So some room to improve in how far they can advance the football here. Going trips left here as they get set. 1st and 10. From the gun, Goff. Too much lead on that throw. That throw's incomplete ahead of his target.
Intended for
Fry getting it to Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Incomplete.
And we'll see what they do here on
Brings
second
up
down.
2nd and 10.
Boy, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
On 2nd and 10. Goff. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Jamison Williams.
Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free.
Brings up 3rd
and things
down
look tougher
and
now
10.
with 3rd and long.
As a defense, you got to see the pass. You got to time up your hit, and you got to jar that ball loose. Not a lot of offensive players are hanging on to that one through a well-placed hit.
Here he is on 3rd and long. Gets it to him on the screen. Defense contains him. That's going to force 4th down as he's dropped for a loss.
A loss of 2
Not
yards.
terribly complicated on this
It's
one.
4th
Just not the 3rd down screen you wanted to run. Little chance they were getting the first, and apparently little chance they were going to even gain a positive yard at all.
We've reached the 2-minute warning in Detroit. Lions down by 10. Need a touchdown and a field goal. Looks like they want the tougher part first. The offense going for it on 4th down. Desperation time here. He goes back to him yet again. Complete. And he's going to have this upgraded for you. Just a little bit short of it. They stun the defense with a gain of 14 on 4th down and pick up the first.
That's good for a
I think
Lions.
my favorite part was the magic he worked after
First
the
and
catch.
10
The way
at
he
the
took the completion
39-yard line.
and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Goff on 1st and 10. Finds Laporta. And this one doesn't go far.
Complete to Sam
You get this big
Laporta.
old dude like him in the slot,
4
it's an
yards on the
automatic
pickup.
mismatch advantage. You're trading a
Second
little bit
and
of speed,
6
sure.
at the
Sure do get a lot
43-yard
of size.
line.
And anytime he's in the slot, you got to assume the ball's going his way.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Again, Goff. Over the middle, that's just long. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line.
A gain of
Detroit
17
calls timeout.
yards.
It's 2nd.
That's good.
And they're still
for
going to have
Lions.
one left at their
First
disposal.
down.
Well, that
First
is
and
a
10 at the
well-designed route right
39-yard
there. He
line.
really made it easy to get that pass to him. Creating space, QB receiver, deliver.
1st and 10. Got to score immediately here. Only one timeout left, and that clock winding down. Throwing again. Here's Goff. He's got it to him yet again. That is good. He runs this to the 25 before being brought down.
14
They'll
more
get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
Part of the reason I leave you
Detroit
pregame,
Lions.
Kate, and get down to that
First
field and
down.
watch these guys throw and
First
catch is
and
I
10
want to
at the
see their timing.
25-yard
I want
line.
to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it
Intended
free.
for
Incomplete.
Jamison Williams.
You know, anytime
Incomplete.
you see a player tapping his
It's
chest,
now
I'm not a
second and
great
10
lip
at the
reader, but I know exactly
25-yard
what that
line.
says. My bad. My fault. Quarterback delivers him a good ball. He knows that's one he should have caught.
Less than 40 seconds to work with. Here comes 2nd and 10. They're going to throw again. Goff. Big game continuing for
Goff's
Laporta.
pass.
And he has it
Complete
down
to
officially to the
number
red
87,
zone at the
Sam
20.
Laporta.
A timeout
It's a
taken
gain
here
of
by the
5.
Lions. That's their
Brings
third.
up 3rd and
And now
5.
they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. They send the tight end in motion. Now to throw. That one complete to St. Brown. And he hits the end zone. Touchdown. Oh, nobody left early, Brock, because we have still got a game. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
And now for the point after, and crucially to bring things within a field goal. And he connects there, so now another kick from them, a field goal to tie this game in the 4th.
37, Lions 34.
Down inside 30 seconds now. Their hopes resting on finding a way to get this football. And the Bucs are able to get to this kick, and now they're just a few moments from victory. The Buccaneers and Rachaad White ready to take over once again. And his production is carried over into this second half. He keeps on running well, even with the workload they placed upon him. No timeouts remaining here, partners, so they can just run out this clock. Your favorite formation, right, Brock? The victory formation here as he takes a knee.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
So it's a win for the visiting Buccaneers. This is the type of game everyone was hoping they'd see when they entered this stadium, Brock, you and I included. A close one that went all the way down to the final. Ball is teed up. Chase McLaughlin to do the honors. And Monday Night Primetime is underway. Returning it from the 4. And this drive will start inside the 25.
The Lions take over first and 10.
So the Lions take the field for their first drive.
23-yard line.
They're led out by someone who's fought through the doubters all through his career, and he just keeps putting up numbers. Jared Goff.
Kate, there are other flashier quarterbacks that make more highlight reel plays than Jared Goff. There certainly are bigger and stronger athletes playing the position today, but Jared's just a throwback, a guy that understands the timing and the precision. I love that he knows what he is and what he isn't when it comes to his skills, and it's why he's been able to flourish in multiple places and why he continues to sustain a lot of success in this league.
A lot of effort there, partner, but no results. He fought through that one stop, but only managed to get back to the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play.
Where one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Another one for Gibbs. And that one's forward for 82 yards. Hassan Reddick cleaning up that play.
A gain of 2.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Goff on 3rd. That's complete to Slaw. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield.
It's a gain of 20.
They get 20 yards out of the
That's
play
good
and move the
for
chains.
the Lions. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
On first down, it's Gibbs. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
Off the play fake. Here's Goff. White reels it in. And he's going to step out with no gain. A gain of a lone yard. That's all they needed. First down.
And the Lions.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
Opening drive, about to break into field goal range. We got first and 10 at the 44. Out of the shotgun. Goff. That one falls incomplete, but our attention's still behind the line. He got cleaned after that throw and drew the instant flag. So the good work to defend the pass canceled out by a mistake in the pass rush as they get him for roughing the passer. Roughing the passer on that last play, and that's always going to lead to an automatic first down. They go play action with Goff. To the right and hauled in by Laporta. And they stop him. He's marked down on that 18-yard line. It's a pickup of 11.
It's a gain of 11.
And that'll be first down, Detroit.
That's another
When you see
Lions.
play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end.
First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
On the stop.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's second and 10. Tosses it quickly out wide. And he's short of the first after a mile gain.
To Jamison Williams. It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Quite the drive they're putting together here, partner. This is the 9th play event as they get set for 3rd and 6. Shotgun snap here to go. And he drops it in the end zone. The look was there on 3rd down, but instead it's incomplete.
Sets up.
You know, Kate, you get a little bit of grace for a drop in the first frame, but that's one, as this game goes on, he's got a half. It's hard on 3rd down to execute. With the ball in your hands, you got to find a way to catch it.
On 4th down, the Lions going to try to put 3 on the board here with Jake Bates. A pretty automatic look for him from the left. And that one is not where he needed it to be. It is off and no good. And we continue to await our opening score of this ball game.
Even the best kickers on earth, they'll miss one every once in a while, and it stinks. I guarantee you he wants that one back. But all he can do now is push forward. Short memory, best kickers always have, and convert the next time around.
Tampa Bay bringing the offense to the line. It's 1st and 10. Mayfield comes out throwing. That's to his back. Here's Rashawn White. And he's going to be brought down right at the 35.
Complete to
that play gains 15,
White.
and it moves the sticks.
A gain of 15.
Well, you love when you can go from first down to first down. Makes things easy for an offense, and it is the primary reason that he gets looks that he does.
Every touch he gets has a solid chance of working out just like that. And it's why many of these first quarter looks have his name all over them.
Oh, flag is down here. This might be a free play. This one won't be reeled in, but they had that green light to take the shot, and they did. Looked like somebody on the defense jumped the snap. Pretty easy call to make. He lined up offsides, and now he gets a talking to from his coach.
Still first down.
A bit jumpy across the way there, and that halves the distance ahead of him on first down. Running it after the penalty. Just a yard on the play block, but thanks to the previous penalty, we've now got 2nd and 4.
He's brought down
at we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
2nd and 3 now. Straight ahead, it's Irving. And he's tackled for the first down yardage.
That was the perfect play call for that particular situation. Gave him enough to pick up a first down, and some room to spare.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down. They take the handoff, now it's Mayfield. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete. Now following the play, we see the medical staff hurrying out for an injured Buccaneer. After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10. Here's Bridgewater to the air. Stays in the pocket. Pressure gets to him, and he goes down. That's a sack. We do have a marker down. We're down on the field partner. That sure looks like it's in the neighborhood of holding. Now, that play went for negative yards anyway, so no need for them to accept that penalty. A 5th defensive back into the game for the Lions. 3rd down coming. Bridgewater to throw it. On the screen, this is White. Takes out a one-stop. And will not get any further. Plenty of progress already.
This dude just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that first down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
1st and 10 after that last highlights. They're at the 30. Now he'll throw off the play fake. And the Lions get him down. It's a sack on first down. We'll see if it changes the play they go with now on 2nd.
Yeah, we hear about it all the time. A short memory, right? We hear about it with quarterbacks a lot, Kate, when they make a mistake. But it works the same way for a defense, a whole position group. You have got to flush that big play, come back and play the next play, and boy, did the defense do it there.
$12 to go now on 2nd down after the sack. Another try following the sack. That's caught. It's Cade Otton. He's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
If they get a handful of these types of plays per game, the pass game coordinator is going to be one happy camper.
They'll come up 1st and 10. There's a toss to White. And he's not going to be happy picking himself back up after this. They're sent backwards on first down. And after this play, there's a Lion out there who got the worst of it. He's in some discomfort as they head out to check on him. All right, here we go. 2nd down. Mayfield now from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
If you and I took a whirlwind tour and watched young quarterbacks, the hardest route to complete is this one. A lot of them could throw go routes and slants and drags and in cuts. But throwing that out route takes some time, takes some precision, and a whole bunch of trust between QB and receiver.
Third down, here's Mayfield. And this time they're going to get to him. They can get that pass away as he goes down. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of fourth down.
And it's fourth
This
down.
defense has been trying like mad to do anything to disrupt the rhythm, get the QB off his spot. It's got to be a massive relief to see their efforts paid off on that play.
Chase
On
McLaughlin
fourth down, the Buccaneers
on for the
trying to put
field
3
goal.
on the board with Chase McLaughlin.
38-yard
It's a
attempt.
38-yarder from the left hash. And he missed it.
The
It's
score
no good.
remains tied.
And we continue to await our opening score of this ball game.
Oh, you feel for kickers in situations like this. The loneliest guy in the building. Sometimes you forget those goalposts. They're only 18 feet 6 inches wide. And this time he might have rushed things a little, and it winds up no good.
All right, Lions just about ready. 1st and 10. Let's start on the ground with Gibbs. And he'll knife his way through for a pick of 4.
That is simply a stay on schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
So gain of 5 on that 1st down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on 2nd. Off to the air now. He lobs it deep middle. That's incomplete for the moment. We do have a flag down, but it might not be good news for their offense. That's usually where we see holding calls. So the refs get him for holding, and that's going to back this offense up. From the gun, Goff. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes.
Incomplete.
That's one he knows he should have had.
Down and 15.
So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
Hey, listen, drops happen in football. It is a part of the game, even for the very best. Nothing more to do about it now than shake it off and move forward, because the next throw might be coming right back your way.
Isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. It's the exact opposite of what this offense needed. They now face 4th down.
6-yard loss.
Pretty even match in this 1st
down.
half, and you're just kind of waiting. Right? You just kind of try to get a feel for which defense is going to come to life. And when you get that sack, that could go a long way to infusing some energy on that side of the ball.
Jack
On
Fox
comes
in
Jack
punt
Fox to
formation
handle the
for
4th down
Lions.
punt for the Lions.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10.
The Buccaneers
At
and
their own
Rashad White
20-yard
ready
line.
to take over once again. And they've gone to him as a receiver to complement his presence in the backfield, Brock, to some good early results. Bucs to the line. 1st and 10. Baker now off the play fake. Searches from the pocket. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, he falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
That's what I call complimentary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
So at the 20, here's 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Baker. That's complete, Mike Evans. And good tackle, but a flag is down, likely against the defense. So maybe the last person you'd expect to get tagged, but that's roughing the passer on one of the cornerbacks. They'll run here following the penalty. And second down's going to be a good bit tougher. He can't even get back to the line. This might lose his yards.
Kid, I'll never forget walking into the Hall of Famer Dwight Freeney's meeting room with those defensive linemen. The late, great John Tierlink, his coach, he had a little sign up in his office, and it was sacks, and that money sign was the S, because ends and D linemen make their money with sacks. But you win games when they stop the run like that for a tackle for loss.
That one's incomplete. Has a connection, but some stone hands got in the way there.
Incomplete.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Shotgun snap for Mayfield. Trying to connect, but it lines up incomplete. This one misses the tight end. And they're going to be stuck with a fourth and long.
By Jack Campbell.
Okay, you know I talk to you all the time about these money downs and third downs and the plan you got to have. It's kind of like a manufacturing plant. You've got to manufacture open looks, and that time the plant was closed.
Here's Riley Dixon on now for the punt on fourth down. Deep for the Lions, Khalif Raymond. I guess he didn't really quite know his own strength there. That kick cleared the end zone entirely. It's going to be a touchback. The offense headed out now for Detroit. By this point, partner, they're through that opening script, through trying to establish their offense, and yet still no points. Thinking it might be time to start switching things up a little bit, tear up the old game plan and start fresh.
Well, I promise you that's what's buzzing on the headsets and over on the sidelines and in the huddle. Got to find a way to just get into some sort of rhythm.
The Detroit offense to the line. Here's first and 10. It's Gibbs on the carry. Duke the defender. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
Such an exciting play lost because of that penalty. And this offense now left to think of their next call as they make the long walk back down the field. They've got first down from the 31. Enough to Gibbs from the gun. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
He was taken down.
Okay, during draft season, I was talking to an NFL GM, and he said, you know what, in time, we're going to realize tackles for loss are just as big a deal as sacks. Sacks get so much of the popularity. Tackles for loss, when you knock that offense backwards, I promise you, in time, we'll be keeping a closer eye on plays like that one.
Second and 12 behind the sticks. That's caught. Here comes Jahmyr Gibbs. And he's forced out of bounds after a nice play there, but still brought not enough to avoid third down.
A gain of 10.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains, but I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out, and this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
It's Montgomery on the counter. And what a play. They never gave him a shot to get that single yard. He's going to lose some yardage. Fourth down coming up.
It's fourth down.
It's after plays like these, Kate, I love to study the body language. What is that offense doing after getting stuffed inside on a run like that? And more importantly, how much does it energize that defense?
It'll be another punt. Jack Fox out there once again. Baby, there's way too much behind that kick, and he knew it. That's all the way over the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Tampa Bay are ready to head out to the field. And it's been a very slow start offensively. Let's see if this drive is the one they can break through and put up the game's first points. Tampa Bay bringing the offense to the line. It's first and 10. Right on the ground. Here's White. Drops by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
Jack Campbell.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just sometimes you got to run into darkness. Just go where there is no lane and hope that something opens along the way. That linebacker said, not this time.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Here's Mayfield. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right.
Intended for Kate.
Trying to find his tight end.
Incomplete.
And it's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
3rd down.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Baker now from the gun. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
I think we've reached the point of the game, Kate, where I got to make my PSA. Protect the quarterback, and quarterback, protect yourself.
Riley Dixon getting set to punt it once again.
Tampa Bay.
And he wants to hit his 2nd effort just as well as he hit his 1st.
The
Lions offense gets ready to return to the field.
At their own 20-yard
And
line.
coming off a 3 and out, Brock, they really need to build some momentum from the ground as they try to get on that scoreboard here. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Play action here with Goff. He drops it. Oh, a huge gain in hand, but he couldn't finish the catch. Like a bit of a concentration drop on that
Brings
one.
Up 2nd
so it'll be
and 10
second
at
down.
the 20-yard line.
Well, that's a major missed opportunity for the offense and a sigh of relief for the defense. Now you got to adjust a little bit, get some extra help on the back end of your defense to take those shots away.
Goff trying again on 2nd and 10. Dumped off to his running back. And they're going to force him out just before he can get to the 35. Big gain, 14 on the play.
Yards.
And that gives the Lions the first.
Good for a Lion.
It sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that
1st and
before
10
the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Off the gut they go again. Nice tackle there, so a nice start to a new set of downs, but let's see if they keep it. So let's examine this flag. So now, partner, got to reevaluate what to do on this next snap because the holding call pushes him back quite a ways. Finds his man, it's Amon-Ra St. Brown. And he is brought to a stop after he's tight play and moved there to run.
A gain of 26 yards. That's another Detroit Lions first down.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Put the ball in your hands, number one. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And then when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield to turn a good play into a great play.
They're going to throw again. Goff. Completed over the middle. And he's tackled with markers down. This one should be on the defense. Just a momentary loss of focus, a break in discipline, and not a good moment individually as he gets hit with that personal foul. Gibbs now from the gun. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
Taken down.
Sometimes just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play. It just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer. Find the lane quicker. The defender may be a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Out of the shotgun. Goff. Brought in close to the 8. And he stopped as we get closer to our first points of this ball game. It's going to be first and goal now.
That's another.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
Hands it to the receiver here in motion. Oh, look at this sweep. So much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on second and goal.
No
that right there, Kate, that just shows the level of preparedness this defense had coming into the game. They recognized the Jets sweep from the start, and they nail it right at the line of scrimmage.
Another snap from the 8 here. It's second and goal. Shotgun snap here to go. That one connects. And he's tackled after a nice pickup, but we've got a flag down. This could wipe that play away. Fighting all he could to keep his quarterback upright, but crossed the line there. That earns the holding penalty. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Finds him over the middle. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. We're through one on Monday Night Primetime. Couple of zeros on the board right now. We're back to Ford Field right after this. Back and beginning the second quarter. Lions in possession. They need the right call here. It'll be third and goal. On third and goal, Goff. The shot to the end zone is incomplete.
Intended for
tendencies tend to show themselves, Kate, and really come to life on third downs. They want to go to their best receiver. Defense knows it. They know that tendency. They double it, and they make the play.
Jake Bates out for the Lions field goal try. This from 28 yards away. Bates' kick is up and good. And that will get them on the board.
Makes the score Lions.
Well, he moved past that earlier miss pretty quickly here, Kate. Nice to see that. And now he can carry a little momentum with him to end this opening half.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Johnson with a return here. Escapes a defender. Now the Buccaneers set to take the field. They're coming off our first points of the ball game. They're going to take over now trailing 3-0. Bucks to the line. First and 10. Out of the gun, White. The flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense.
Holding offense.
You don't get too many plays of that size in a game, and that flag takes away one of them. From the gun, a run for White. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
He's brought down at the 15-yard line.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on second down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Now motion him out of the backfield. From the gun, Mayfield. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. So they're left facing third and long.
Safe to say there's been an early disconnect between the planning phase and the execution phase for this offense. Might be time, Kate, really to get back to basics, to the calls that you just trust the most.
Here he is on third and long. So this one on the defense.
Pass interference. Defense.
So they make the stop, but they do it with some illegal aid. The referees say there was interference that time.
And this is why it is so hard to stop these offenses. It's hard enough to cover, and obviously without being penalized, but then you get a little bump, you get a little push, and then you get a third down conversion via penalty.
Pick up of 3.
It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
Receiver in motion, going left. From the 31. Caught along the left sideline, but he did not get both feet in. That's incomplete, brings up 3rd down.
The best of the best, they just have this intuition, Kate. They know where the boundary is without looking. This receiver's not quite at that level yet. He lost track of where he was, and he brought it in, but out of bounds.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Motioning right is Egbuka. Throwing on 3rd and long. Oh, he's got to run for it. And they'll stop him here, but not before he gets out to the 47-yard line. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's good enough for a Tampa 1st down.
1st down, Tampa Bay.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
They take the hand off. Now it's Mayfield. He finds Evans, left side. He's forced out of bounds after picking up about 7.
Evans. Out of bounds at the 46-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Second and 3 now. He's got a Emeka Egbuka. And he'll go out of bounds close to the 35-yard line. A 9-yard gain and good for a 1st down.
I know I can sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
First and 10, it's a gift to White. And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. Taken down by the first time All-Pro. That's Kirby Joseph.
34-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. On the give, this is Irving. And they are set up excellently. This is down to the 18. That play good for 17 and a 1st down.
It's a gain of 17 yards. And a Buccaneer 1st down.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost, and he busts those tackles.
Well, he continues to find no traction on the ground here, Brock, as they bring him down for no gain.
On these 1st and 10 calls, defenses are always keyed in that a run might be coming their way, and as soon as the QB turned to give the ball, the entire defense came crashing in to bury them for a loss.
A momentary speed bump there on what has otherwise been a great drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Mayfield now from the gun. Catch made by Bucky Irving. And he's able to get this down to the 13.
Complete to
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. Here's Baker to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
And it just keeps coming, Kate. It just keeps coming. This defense relentless in this 1st half. 3rd time. Now this quarterback's got to pick himself off the turf. When they get in that locker room at halftime, it's going to be a quick one. I think the whole message is going to be, how do we protect our quarterback? Because if you can't do that, this offense can't get started.
So here he is, getting his second field goal look at the half.
The Buccaneers field
goal. He's looking 34 yards here, down the middle.
34-yard attempt.
The kick by McLaughlin is good.
Kick is good.
We're all tied up now in the first half.
That ties the game at
Kate, that may not seem like much, right? Just go 1 for 2 as a kicker, but it's a whole lot different just psychologically for these guys to see one go through, because they may need him at some point later in this game.
Chase McLaughlin
so we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Here's a return from the 7. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line.
First and 10.
The Lions offense returning to the field. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. All right, Lions just about ready. First and 10. They go play action with Goff. He throws a bullet deep to the right side. And it's going to be knocked away, incomplete.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit. Kate, you got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
From the 24 once again, it's second and 10. From the gun, Goff. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
Incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. Once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Goff on third. And he'll go down. The Bucs brought pressure and got him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up fourth down.
It's fourth down.
You know, when we watch the Combine each and every single year, I hope you get good enough to understand as a football fan, watch the big guys' first 10 yards. Don't watch the ends and the linemen run 40. Watch their first 10, because that's the most critical. And that defensive end showed you right there the kind of explosive burst in the first few yards to get home for the big sack.
Jack
Fox on to put a charge into this punt. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. And not his best punt here. He drops it several yards into the end zone. That's going to lead to a touchback. Here come the Bucs on offense now. And they've got a bit of momentum from the field goal on the last series, hoping to grow that into something greater with a touchdown here.
Yeah, I think one thing you find is you do not want to settle for a field goal again. Points are great, but touchdowns, that's what's win games in the NFL.
Tampa Bay bringing the offense to the line. It's first and 10. The give now to White. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
Of scrimmage.
These edge defenders in the league today, Kate, they've got so much on their list to do. A huge to-do list. They got to get to the passer, they got to set an edge, and they got to stop that run game, not just on the end of the line, but in that case, right in the middle of the field.
Shotgun snap for Mayfield. That's him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be brought down after getting this up to the 22.
Chris Godwin. A gain of 4, and it's third down.
A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Throwing Baker on the screen. This is White. And he's brought to a stop after he found plenty of room to run.
Complete to Rashad
Gotta be pretty good
White.
after. Gotta be pretty good at selling to that defense.
First down,
that's a drop back
Tampa
pass.
Bay.
When you get a big play on a screen like that, Boy, it's choreography by everybody on that offense.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Trying the right side with White. And this one's going the wrong way. Nice swing for that defense as they send it backwards.
Perception and reality, Kate. The perception out there from the public is edge rushers are defined by their sacks. The reality in the locker room and in the huddle is you could be defined by your relentlessness. And his motor never stopped. Helped him track it down for a loss on the outside.
Back to the line they go. It's second down. Again, this is White. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And that's good for a Buccaneer first
down. Taken
down.
At the 43-yard line. It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Buccaneers.
Gosh, I got to just be honest with you, kid. I marvel at the strength we see out of these running backs. The strength, the agility. Not that they weren't strong when I was playing, but the guys today just run right through contact at times without even blinking. And that's how you get those big chunk yard runs.
No yet this time. They got on him quickly down at the 32-yard line. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.